If you don't know, so Kara is back here at the house for a ship or skip.
I don't know if you missed it. We're all friends.
Totally friends.
Okay, so you need to make sure you go and hit the like button. And the most important thing, subscribe. I'm gonna drink my water.
Camera crew Cody were over here, and so they are interviewing or talking to Derek this time. And one of the first questions Derek asked me, he's like, "Oh, do they have a makeup crew that's gonna come and like help me with my makeup?" I'm like, "What?"
Like, I know. I'll tell you, there was no makeup crew, there was no hair crew.
She does this all on her own.
All of it,
all
like,
on her own.
Today it's like nasty outside, and like you're like, okay, I'm gonna try to make this work. I will say we do have people they bring in some time for photo shoots or for commercials, and that's super glam and fun, and that's a special treat. But for the most part, no.
Oh, okay, do it right.
And I've taken makeup lessons before.
I mean, you have to, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've taken makeup
You've done
lessons.
tutorials, haven't you?
I've done some tutorials on my YouTube, but I've definitely gleaned anything I can from any makeup artist I've ever worked with, and I ask a ton of questions.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, as we were talking about this earlier, do you contour?
I totally contour.
You do?
I totally
We're
contour.
still learning how to contour.
Oh my goodness, we were talking about this
Okay,
earlier. I can't do it. I don't
here's
know.
the thing.
Okay.
I get it. I'm not great at it. In fact, I'm going this week for another lesson on contouring.
Where do you go for lessons?
There's a woman who's done my makeup before. Her name's Daniela Bell, and she does makeup lessons. And I'm going specifically to work with her on contouring because the studio light is tricky right now, and it would be nice to be able to contour better. And so I'm literally going to spend an hour with her to work on that. So as soon as I get those tips, I'll pass them on to you.
Thank you.
Because I'm still working on doing it to where it doesn't look super weird, right?
Yeah.
Contouring without the contouring, that's like what you want, right?
Yeah, right.
Because we're talking about, like, if you go on, like, Pinterest or YouTube, it's like these videos of these women, they're doing stuff, and I'm just like, I can't go that far.
I think it comes back to the brushes too, and I told her
I watched your whole tutorial on this.
It does,
brushes.
yeah. And I have so many, and I told her, I said, pick out brushes that I need to get so that I can do the exact same thing that you do.
Yeah.
I just want to know how to do my nose and my cheeks and underneath. Like I guess that's all of it, right?
We just did a segment on body image and beauty.
Yeah.
Specifically related to culture.
And so we kind of got into this whole conversation about how it's different depending on where you were raised, how you were raised, the culture you were raised with. And so we've been talking to a lot of women who are all different ethnicities and what they consider to be beautiful, like figure-wise, like what is beautiful. So what would you say?
I would say that confidence is the most beautiful thing, and I would also, for me, it's looking polished. So I don't really necessarily think it matters about the size, but it matters that you look polished. Whatever size you are, whatever shape you are, whatever look you like, that look is somewhat polished.
So kind of like intentional.
Yeah, intentional would be a good one. I do think there's a lot of pressure, and I don't think it's necessarily from like my boss has ever said something. It's more like myself, like you see yourself on camera every day and you want to feel good about it, so okay, you're probably gonna like hit the gym more often, and you're just reminded every day. I think people got a taste of this during the pandemic when everyone was doing things over Zoom, and you're looking at yourself a lot, and I'm like, yeah, that's my whole life every day. So you're just very aware of how you look, how you carry yourself. And so there is an underlying pressure to look good, to look nice, skincare, all of those things.
Yeah.
That is just heightened. It just is going to be. And anyone who says otherwise is full of it. I do think that when it comes down to body image, we have to be careful that, they're still healthy, right? So you still need to be healthy versus
comfy.
Yeah, but like, I wore this dress because it's comfy. We need to be intentional about what we're eating, or putting in our heads, or putting in our bodies, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
And I think if you're doing that, then, you know, however you look is how you look. Because we're just not all made to look the same, obviously.
No.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, I look at my mother who's 5'10", and I'm 5'4". Like, okay.
Yeah, you walk in the door and you're like, did you grow?
Yeah. But I do think that we're more aware of body image now for young girls than we were ever when
There's
we
a
were growing
lot
up.
of pressure. When we were all growing up, I mean, we had magazines and TV and movies, and there was a lot of pressure.
But not like now where it's in your palm of your hand all the time.
It's like constant. Well, and now we get feedback because we get our likes and our little hearts. And
How do you feel about the word now? How do you feel about that whole thickums?
I'm more accepting of it. I like the exposure to it. I like that, like, he can explain to me, Derek can explain to me, like, that's not an insult. Like, that's a great thing. And I love that. Like, yes, Faith is a little bit more curvy. And I like that that's okay with Derek. And then, like, I'm just trying to change my mindset.
I know, you're like, I gotta get out of this idea
I
that
gotta
I
get
have to
out
be.
of the mindset.
It's hard to do.
So as you
We've
said,
been-
intentionality.
Yeah, we've been kind of brainwashed a little.
Yes.
yeah.
But one of the two girls that we had interviewed, I love that the one had said, but we have come so far. Like, so far in, like, if, again, I had brought this up in our episode of, like, if you look at, you know, Sports Illustrated from 1990 to now, like, the models that we're using and the diversity in all ways that we have, I love. And, like, you know, this 18-year-old girl could see that and show that, and I love that they would put a positive twist on. Yes, social media is hard, and yes, it's constantly there, but I love that she had brought up, but yet there is some positive things about it.
Yeah, agreed, yeah. It has changed big time. There is less pressure, or maybe there's just less pressure on myself because I've become more accepting than I would have been even like 5 years ago.
I think age plays a huge part in that. At least it has for me.
You
Like,
stop
the
caring
older
as
I-
much, like in the good ways.
We've talked about this so much, and you know, like my husband and I, we've struggled with weight for years, and it's like it got really to a point where I was like, at this point, I don't even care about being sexy. I just want to be able to get up off the floor without it being an issue.
Right? That's very true though.
Yeah,
you
it
want to
is.
be able to keep up with these kids as they get older.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense. And you will if you are taking care of your body, intentionally about what you're putting in it.
Yeah.
And your output too.
Yes.
That's the hard part.
While we have you here still is style. So we did a huge segment on style. We did, like, what is it, 5 ways?
Something like that.
Summer
There's
style
another-
fashions. If you would pick, like, 3 things that you think are really trending this summer, or what we're gonna find you in a lot because you are like a Miss Style Fashionista over here.
Allegedly.
What would your style tips be for our summer wear?
What I have on right now, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of. So like where it's almost like these hoodie tops or these half hoodie like dresses. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of those with tennis shoes. I just got this. So I would say I'm seeing a lot of that because it's like that half cash, but you could go to lunch, but yeah. So I would say that, and then I've noticed too, and I actually just bought a couple of pairs of more boot cut like pants, so like a boot cut like white pant.
Okay.
So
not the straight legs, the
Not
boot
the
cut.
straight leg. I'm seeing more boot cut and more
Boot cut.
flare, and also wide leg.
Okay.
So I bought a few new pairs of pants that are wider leg, white. I'm talking all like white to wear during
Yep.
the summertime.
Like linen?
Linen, a little bit of
Okay.
linen, and then some sort of fun top with a little sleeve that's like bright colored.
Yeah.
So, and we've seen, and not anything sleeve, like nothing 80s style, but just maybe a little extra flare on the sleeve.
Okay.
And then I've been buying, I like the wider pant.
Okay.
And I'm seeing that more.
That's,
It's hard because we've been in skinny jeans for so long. But like it's shifting.
It's coming.
It's shifting back.
It is here.
So I got some of those too. My biggest thing is I always wear hats. So I've got bought a couple of new like baseball caps that are like nice looking, but then I bought a new like rancher style hat that's got a big brim,
Okay, yeah.
a new fedora. I really like to wear hats so that if you don't want to do your hair, or if you just want to like jazz up a basic white tee and jeans, if you put a hat on, it just like elevates the look.
Yeah.
I also love too that you put that hat on when you do like work outside or filming outside, and you put that pop of red on your
Yes.
legs.
So that's my strategy too. So
That's-
if you don't want to wear a lot of makeup, or if you don't want to do your hair, wear red lipstick.
Yep.
It distracts people.
It does. It distracted me. I think that's a great tip.
That's a great tip.
I think
Yeah.
you and I have some. we? I think I was thinking the same
So then
thing.
everyone's like, wow, she's like so awake and refreshed. You're like, no, it's really good. Like if we're doing a breaking news story, and normally I will have red lipstick on because it looks good in the field, gets your attention, and I don't have to wear a bunch of other makeup.
Okay, we did an episode, Accentuate the Positive. So those wide leg pants that you're talking about, so I love those because my body part I least like about myself is my legs.
Okay.
And so I'm loving those. But we also talked about the thing that we like the most about our body.
Okay.
What would be your feature that you like the most?
My legs.
Your legs?
Yes. I don't know why. I don't like do a lot of running. It just, I always have. I didn't really notice this. People wouldn't tell me. And so now I've discovered the legs. So I usually don't wear a lot of pants. Because it's like, dang, it's the one thing I like, right?
Show it off. Mine was the arms. That's why I like the pants, the arms, everything. What was yours? She likes your body. She's got a great little booty on her. We just enjoy you so much, and
we
thank
really
you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
And
We'll see if we can find another product to test.
there we go.
Start thinking of it now.
Like, you guys don't know this, but we've like emailed, we've asked questions, like, we've totally pestered you guys.
Yes.
Anytime I can
coaching
answer
us
any
up.
question in coaching, I'm happy to give the advice. I just start charging soon.
You could charge for your services.
Your friend.